Are you guys ready for the best formation and tactics in FC25? You're going to want to watch this video. Are you tired of having a terrible team on FC25? Well, today I have a solution for you. Welcome to lootbar.gg, the cheapest place to get your coins. Not only are they 8 to 10% cheaper than other competitors, they're also a lot cheaper than FC points. Lootbar now also offer 8% extra coins on every single order. Also, plenty of creators are using Lootbar. Not only is it Zorky and Manny using Lootbar, we have plenty of creators joining the platform such as Wakes, Blush and Abdel. Lootbar's reviews are also excellent. They also offer a really fast delivery service, getting you your coins within 30 minutes. And make sure when you are buying your coins that you use Viper at checkout to get an 8% discount. Make sure to go to the pinned comment or the description of this video to get your coins from Lootbar. Just before we get started as well, guys, these are tested Division 1 and the Elite Division, as well as I've got back-to-back rank 2s using these tactics, not only on this account, but also on a Manchester United only account. If you want to go check out the gameplay, that is on Vitalization 2, but let's get started. So guys, if you are enjoying the content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comment section if these help you. But it is going to be the 4-4-2, a really overpowered formation on this game right now, and also not only overpowered, the most balanced by some distance in my opinion. So 4-4-2 flat, of course. The two CDMs I've tried quite a lot as well, but I just feel like it's a bit too defensive and you don't have a lot of attacking options. But with the setup that we've got here for the actual player roles, it works so well as a defensive formation and also an attacking one. In terms of the build-up style, balance is the best for the 4-4-2 for obvious reasons. The most balanced formation on the game. You'd understand why balance would be the best. I like counter, but it's not very good in the 4-4-2. And short passing is more for like a very narrow direct formation in my opinion, which the 4-4-2 really kind of isn't. It can be direct, but for the most part, it's all about balance in this formation, and that's the main thing that you do get with the 4-4-2 in my opinion. In terms of the defensive approach, I've tried balance on this, I've tried low, I've tried high, and high is my favourite. Sometimes if you're up against an absolute demon, you are susceptible to the over-the-top, quick over-the-top passes, which are really dumb on this game. EA said they patched them, but they are still in the game, which is really disgusting, and I don't know why EA say they patched them if they haven't. But we've gone for high defensive approach, as you catch your opposition offside a lot, and the pressure is really good on the high defensive approach in my opinion. So that is exactly why we go for that. Now guys, this is where I really need you to listen, because these player roles that I've got set up here are insane, and they are so good, and they add to the balance once again. Let me tell you as well, guys, these aren't tried and tested in like the last week, 2 weeks. This has been my formation for like the last 3 to 4 weeks, and it is by far the best that I've used. I've also done some tinkering with it in the last few weeks that have made it a lot better in my opinion, but let's get into the player roles and let me explain them bit by bit so you understand why it works. First of all, goalkeeper defend on your goalkeeper. I mean, Alice has got sweeper keeper plus, but I don't mind goalkeeper. I don't think roll plus or roll plus is important for your goalkeeper, so just have it on goalkeeper and defend. One of the most important things in this formation are the right back and left back, and I have tried them on. Attacking wing back, way too aggressive and really does kind of destroy the balance of this formation. I have also tried fullback plus. I don't mind fullback plus, but for me personally, I found that either wing-back plus with support as the focus, or if you really want to dominate games and hold the ball quite a lot, false-back plus is absolutely incredible in the 4-4-2. It kind of sets these two up as extra midfielders, so you've essentially got 4 midfielders, and you do get a bit of cover from the wide players, which I'll explain shortly, but false-back is really good for dominating games, and if you're in control of a game, the false back will absolutely be brilliant for you. Don't have them on defend, you don't need to. As you can see there, they do kind of drop into midfield in possession, which is really good, and it gives you extra bodies. And even in the transition, if you're going to get hit on the break, having the 2 extra midfielders or the fullbacks kind of acting as midfielders on turnovers is really valuable for trying to get the ball back quickly, especially with that line height being 70 as well. It works really well at kind of getting the ball back from counters, and not only that, it's really good for your fullbacks advancing into good areas to not only find good passes, but quite good for Trevellas as well. Of course, on Sacha Bowie, I don't have a plus version, which is a bit annoying. I would recommend if you can get false back plus, but they've also got to be relatively stocky and also very, very good on the ball and decent passing. These two are so important to this formation, I cannot stress it enough. In terms of the two defenders, centre-backs even, both on Defender Plus. Defender Plus for Konate, the best centre-back on the game in my opinion, and Lewis Dunk, who's a new addition. I think it's quite important as well, guys, on your defenders to have players here that can pass the ball. I know that sounds really, really obvious, but having players here that are confident on the ball and you can be confident with on the ball is really valuable. I've got that in Lewis Dunk. He's very well versed in the passing department. He has got ping pass and also long ball pass, and Konate also does have ping pass, I do believe. And it's really, really nice to trust your centre-backs passing wise, as you can really get undone if you don't have good passes at the back here, guys. And it's really, really important that you do have that as well. In terms of the midfield, I've got Elise at right mid here. He is on attack focus and inside forward plus. He is on inside forward plus strictly for the fact that he has got finesse plus, and that's going to get a nerf soon. So this might change soon, and I think if finesses get nerfed into the ground, what you should be doing here is still keeping the inside forward plus and attack, but instead of having a left footer here, have a right footed player who can score Trevellas, and that will be the change that I will be making if finesses get nerfed into the ground. But he is essentially the third attacker. He is kind of the playmaker, even though he's not on, wide playmaker or wide midfielder. He is meant to be the kind of third attacker, kind of like the number 10 almost. He doesn't pick up that kind of position, but his idea is to be the playmaker and also score a lot of them dirty finesses. In terms of the left mid, now, as I just said to you with Elise being left-footed, I've got something a bit different on the left-hand side. Sane, inside forward plus and balance. He is to help defensively a little bit when he needs to, but he's left-footed on the left-hand side. Very good for crossing. He has got 5-star weak foot as well, so he can score finesse shots on his right foot. But the most important thing here, guys, is the left mid is meant to score Trevellas for me, and Sane's Trevellas are absolutely insane. So that's kind of why he's there, and his job is to drive up the line, come inside, look for a finesse shot or a Trevella. More often than not, it's a Trevella, and I would try and have that kind of variation in your wide players here. Have one that's left-footed on the left-hand side, or right-footed on the right-hand side, vice versa. Have one of each, so you're a bit more versatile and you've got a bit more of creativity, and you don't have to be just looking for finesse shots or Trevellas. You've got both of the options at all times. It just kind of depends which side you go down more. I go down the left-hand side quite a lot more than I do the right, in my experience. So Trevellas are, for me, a better way to score goals than finesse shots. So that is why Sane's on balance and inside forward. He's got good stamina and he's meant to come up and down and really score a lot of Trevellas for me, which he does do. In terms of the two central midfielders, probably, other than the fullbacks, the two most important positions in the entire team. I have tried an awful lot on these two positions. I have tried playmaker. I don't like it. Half winger is terrible. Holding plus is very good if you want a bit more defensive solidity. But what I would recommend, instead of having like the holding plus or the deep line playmaker plus, is start two players here that have both got box to box plus. And if you feel like you don't have enough cover defensively from your midfield, sub someone in. That's what I've done a lot on my Man United account, is I would have Scholes and Mainu both on box to box, and if I was getting overrun in the midfield, I'd bring on like an Amrabat and put him on holding plus and kind of, add an extra physical body in there. But here, box to box plus works the absolute best for both of these, as up, down all game. Of course, stamina is really important if you are going to try and utilise this, but the idea is, with the box to box plus, they can defend really well and they can score a lot of goals. Mateus gets a lot of goals for me, and Guendouzi, if you watched the review yesterday, you'll know that he gets a lot of goals for me as well. And it's really important that you just have that balance, and they are actually focused, balanced, no matter what you do as well. But the idea is that they're up, down all games. So stamina is probably the most important thing for these roles, and it's really good to have this. I thought it'd be too attacking due to not having a holding plus player, but if you're dominating games, these two here, both on box to box plus or box to box plus, is an absolute must in my opinion, guys. And it just works really well for getting a lot of chances, creating a lot of chances, scoring a lot of goals with your two central midfielders, And yeah, they just defend really well as well. In terms of the forwards, this has been a new change for me recently. And Advanced Forward Plus Plus is still my favourite. I think I've actually tried support and complete. But I think attack, you want them to be quite narrow, in my opinion. They're both on attack here. And for Kelly Smith, Advanced Forward Plus Plus is needed up front. But in a two-striker formation, having two players that are both on Advanced Forward Plus Plus, in my experience, is too one-dimensional. And I've got this Strand Larsen in my team now. And I really want to make a review on him, by the way, because I think he's one of the best players on the game. But don't force yourself to go on Advanced Forward Plus Plus for both of your attackers, as you do become quite stagnant in attack. It's very, very, you know, just very, very boring to play as well, right? It's really easy to predict, as Advanced Forward Plus Plus ultimately, or Advanced Forward Plus, or Advanced Forward, it's just running in behind constantly, and it doesn't really offer you a lot of versatility. So one of your strikers, if you can, get this Strand Larsen in your team, by the way. Target Forward Plus Plus or Target Forward Plus are really good. I don't really like False 9 in the 4-4-2. I think it's quite counterintuitive in my experience. Poacher Plus is okay, but I wouldn't have two players once again on this. Advanced Forward Plus you can have on both your strikers if you want. But as I did say, you'd be very, very one-dimensional. So Target Forward Plus Plus and Advanced Forward Plus Plus. Then your two wide players are very attacking. As you can see, you haven't got a lot in the middle. So what ends up happening quite a lot is you control your midfielders an awful lot to kind of make up that space in the middle. But what you do get here is the four midfielders essentially. You're probably thinking as well, oh man, you must get done down the sides constantly. Not with these two here. It's about having physical on your fullbacks. It's about having good stamina on your fullbacks. It's about having some cover, as we've got here with Sane. And of course, the two midfielders do also cover for the fullbacks if they get caught out. And yeah, once again, lots of stamina on your midfielders. Make sure they're quick. And as I say, I do think the fullbacks are the most important in this team. You can see, without the ball, it's just a standard 4-4-2. And with the ball, it looks more like a 4-2-4. But also it doesn't, does it? It looks like a 2-4-4, really. And that's... I like attacking, guys, right? And it does have good defensive cover. Trust me, go and give these a go. I'll give you the code now. And I promise you, you won't look back from these tactics. They are the best tactics I've used on the game. They are tried and tested in the Elite Division. Back-to-back rank 2s last week on these tactics. And also performing really, really well in the Elite Division on the Manchester United Road to Glory, which is a very, very bad team. So that's how I know these work, guys. Leave a like if you did enjoy today's video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss a video. But guys, that's going to be it from me for now. So take care.